Hey students, I wanted to reach out to you and do your next video, and this video has to do with writing assignment number 2. So for this writing assignment that's going to be due in a couple of weeks, what you're doing is actually writing a press release. Now remember, writing assignment 1, whichever organization or company you chose for that, you're going to continue on and use that for this assignment as well, and then the final assignment in this class. That way you're not redoing pieces because it's all building towards that final assignment. So for the press release, which you're building, I gave you an example right here of a press release, and I want you to use that as a model for what you're building. Should only be 1 page for this assignment. I know that's a little bit tough, but I really want you to focus on being clear and concise because that is what public relations is all about when it comes to crafting press releases. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at the pieces of this press release and then use the rubric because it specifies exactly what you need to do. A press release should be 3 total paragraphs and have at least 2 quotes. That's really important. You want to make sure, and again, you're making this stuff up. It's, you're going to improvise. It doesn't have to be real. You can use actual people from the organization if you want to, but otherwise you can just make them up and make their titles up. But the biggest thing is on the press release, I want to show you a couple things as I hold this up. So you'll notice here at the top, there is a logo right at the top. Make sure that your organization, your company's logo is there so that the media that would receive this know who it's coming from. The next thing is you'll see in all caps, for immediate release, and then your contact information because you are the PR person who's sending this. That's very important that the media know that because that's who they'll reach out to with questions if they want to do a story about this. Then what you'll notice is at the very first paragraph beginning, it says the city name, and also it starts to tell you exactly what the date is that this release is being given on. So that's how you start it, and that's your first body paragraph, and it's really setting up the release, and it's what you're trying to say. So make sure you do a body 1 paragraph, and you have all these pieces, the for immediate release, the logo at the top, your information, that date and location stamp, all of those are points in this assignment, so make sure they're in there. Honestly, you can just download this release, change out the pieces, and that'll be fine. Okay, so with your quotes, what do you need to do? You really need for those to be special. They need to say something. You also need to have a title at the very top before you get into that date and location stamp, because that's what is going to make the media interested in whatever it is that you're trying to say. Because remember, you're trying to convince them that this is newsworthy, so make sure you do that. Then once you get your 3 body paragraphs and your 2 quotes, you're going to do what's called a boilerplate at the end. This is really just information that should be on every press release from this company or organization, and it's about them, and it should also indicate their website so that if the media wanted to go and get further information, they could. So in putting all this together, don't overstress about this. Just use this as a model, this example that's in there, and use the rubric, follow the directions. Remember, spelling and grammar is important, but the content and the structure is critical on this assignment. It's worth 75 points, so it's a big one, so take your time with it, okay? So this is not actually due until that first week in November on the 3rd, but I want you to start working on it now so that you can get used to being able to edit it and try to be concise. You have got to have it to 1 page. That's really, really important on this. You don't need to have a cover, you don't need to have sources or anything like that. You just need to write the straight release, and that's it. Good luck, and I look forward to reading them.